Hello and welcome back to TRF News, the real fake news. The broadcast center where you will get all the fake news that you could possibly want. Now, today's subject, the Angry Joe Show. So, those of you who do not know who Angry Joe is, he is a channel who just, he does reviews on video games, gives his opinions, does everything that he can to show you what games he likes, what games he does not like. He enjoys Superman, wears a Superman shirt and a jacket every time he, gives his reviews. It's very nice, Brandy. So, what is going on with him? Well, you would think that his channel is called The Angry Joe Show. So, he's the host, he's the leader behind it. But I know the truth. I know the truth, people. Me and my fake journalism, we were able to uncover the truth behind The Angry Joe Show. It almost blew my mind when I saw all the evidence that I found. So, what did I find? I found that Angry Joe is not the true leader behind The Angry Joe Show. What I found out was that the real leader and puppet master behind The Angry Joe Show is actually Other Joe. Now, you're probably all wondering, how is that possible? It's called The Angry Joe Show. How on earth could Other Joe be the true host, be the true leader behind everything? Well, let me tell you, people. Other Joe has been pulling the strings from behind the scenes. And you would never think it. He's an evil genius. He has been doing everything behind Angry Joe's back. Angry Joe, he has no idea. He thinks he's the real mastermind behind the show. But Other Joe, he's the one making deals behind the scenes. And I have all the exclusive pictures, all the exclusive evidence that you can possibly find right here. So, how do I know this? Evidence number 1. Angry Joe hates zombie games. Why? Why does he hate zombie games? I'll tell you why I hate zombie games. They're all the same. Always the same premise. There's a zombie apocalypse because of a human-made disease and virus, and then it turns people virus and feral, and then what? You got to kill them to survive, and there are masterminds behind all these different things, and then there's always a loop. Somebody double-crossed another person, which then mutated the virus into bigger enemies and bigger zombies. Whatever. Little vent right there. But anyway, as you can see right here, Angry Joe does not like zombie games.
I lift my no zombie game policy for the future, and this is the first game that greets me?
Exactly. So, why on earth would he play a zombie game when he hates zombie games? Look at this. He doesn't like zombie games, but look very close at why he plays a certain zombie game. Metal Gear Solid Survive.
Jesus fucking Christ, Joe! What are you doing in my house?
Do you want to play a zombie game?
A zombie game? God damn it! Okay, just stop torturing me!
You see, he wanted to play that game so badly that he followed Angry Joe home, hid in his closet, and just stalked and harassed him until he said yes. But he never considers it until Other Joe gets involved. As we've seen in the past, Angry Joe and Other Joe claim to hate the way Madden of Electronic Arts has been taking care of their games the past decade or so. Removing things that don't need to be removed and then putting them back years later to make it seem like they did something. They are the ones that noticed that for 4 years in a row, they barely changed their game. He's a great detective when it comes to Madden. Or is he? He buys the game every year. Why? He tells us not to buy the game.
Okay, fuck Madden and fuck EA Ultimate. This is so you know. PSA: do not buy Madden. Do not buy that shit.
I don't want any of you to buy this. Don't ask to play with me.
Don't buy Madden.
Stop buying this sick filth!
Why should we not? If you're buying the game every year, giving those reviews, why? That's the question. And I can tell you why. Because of Other Joe. Other Joe is the true person who forces them to buy the game every year. Because if you tell people not to do something and then you do something, you do that thing that you're telling people not to do, that's called hypocritical people. How can you allow something like that to happen? Oh boy, have I got something for you. They also hate loot boxes and microtransactions. Why is Other Joe making secret deals with Electronic Arts? They claim not to like loot boxes, not to like microtransactions. They hate them. How do I know that Other Joe is the one who's truly behind the loot boxes? It's because he is the one who's making secret deals. He made deals with Madden. He made deals with Electronic Arts. He's been the one making the deals. He came up with the loot box idea years ago. Years ago. Angry Joe doesn't know this. He doesn't. We all have to break the news to him. The reason why he hates these games is because Other Joe, he's been getting a piece of those loot boxes. He's been getting that money, people. He has. And he's pocketing it all, getting it in secret so that Angry Joe never finds out. He's getting a piece of that loot box pie. And he's not sharing, people. He's putting all kinds of whipped cream and whatever the hell you would put on that pie. But he's keeping it all decked out in money right now. They hate loot boxes so much, but Other Joe is going behind Angry Joe's back, making deals with these horrible companies to screw over innocent gamers. I can't believe it, and I bet you can't believe it either. And if you don't believe me, take a look at these. These are heartbreaking. You'll never guess how I got these pictures. Don't worry about it. We just have to watch the videos and keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for anything that seems weird. Anything that seems just out of the ordinary. The sketchy deals that are made without any thoughts. Except money. So painful to see. I know. All these pictures, all these deals that are made in the back, it's insane. Thank you so much for watching TRF News, the real fake news network. I am the Adequate Prodigy, and thank you for stopping by. Have a good one.